Welcome back to another tutorial. In this course, we are going to look at named entity recognition using NLP and using SpaCy as a library. So without further ado, let's dive into our VS Code. I'm going to delete all this. All right, so this is the first one I had to do. All right, so all right, let's begin from it. So the first thing you need to do is you need to import your SpaCy library. So there are different libraries you can use for NLP analysis. You can use NLTK, you can use SpaCy, and there was NLP, NLTK, and SpaCy are the most widely used library for natural language processing. Okay, so without any delay, let's go ahead and let's load our pipeline. So for you to load your pipeline, you're going to say NLP equals to SpaCy as a library. SpaCy has a pipeline, so we are going to load it, and the pipeline is en underscore core underscore web underscore sm. This is a small model. All right, so it's an English model. If you have in another country, other languages like German, French, and the rest. So for now, since I want to work with English language, so I'm loading my English language model. Okay, so without any further delay, I want us to go back and write our demo text. It's a text. All right, the text we are going to use equals to, all right, so you are going to say, okay, let's say Apple is looking at buying UK, all right, startup, UK startup for 1 billion. So we are going to go ahead and execute this. Now, like I said, before we do anything with this, we need to convert it into a document. Otherwise, if I go ahead with this text, okay, it's going to give us a very lengthy. So for us to have a shorter we have to tokenize this text. How do we tokenize it? Say, okay, doc, all right, equals to NLP. You call your variable text here and you go ahead and execute it. So if you want to see the difference between text and document, so text is giving you as this, but document we tokenize it into a smaller unit. All right, let's go ahead and say print whatever text is. All right, so if we go ahead and print text, this is what we are going to have. All right, if we go ahead and print our document, this is what you're going to have. Now it looks the same, all right, but don't worry, let me show you a trick. If you go ahead and do for loop for token in text, all right, you go ahead and print whatever token in text is. Token. We go ahead and run this. Now you see that this is the text we are looping through. Okay, this text is what it's giving us. But if we go ahead and do same thing for, we say for token in doc, all right, now print whatever token is. All right, so this is what we are going to have. Token. This will be token. If I go ahead and run this, so now what is it? Let's go ahead. Okay, doc NLP text for token. Token in doc, print token. Now, if you look at the difference between text and token, all right, and document, this is we look through this text as it is, so it's giving us alphabet by alphabet, so it's very lengthy. But if we go ahead and look through token as a document, all right, so document has to do what? It breaks down into words or phrases. All right, so we now have Apple is looking at buying UK startup for 1 billion. All right, but when you look at here, it's giving you as this lengthy part of it. So this is the reason why we need to convert every of our text into a document so that we can have a workable a better result. Okay, so that is it. So the next we need to do now, since you have understood the difference between text and document, all right, so in document they being tokenized, broken down into smaller unit like document, like word, phrases, and the rest. So let's go ahead, and because what our aim goal for this course tutorial is for us to look at what named entity recognition. Want to use NLP to build a named entity recognition to recognize each of these words found in our document or in our text. All right, so let's go ahead and do something. So what we need to do now, we say okay, print. All right, we want to print entity. All right, entity is just personal preference. All right, you don't need to do this. Now what we need to do now, we need to do for loop. You know, like I told us in our previous tutorial, that in working with NLP, mostly using SpaCy as a library, we work with for loop. For loop is what we use in ensuring or to get our desired result. So for loop is one of the fundamental skills you need using Python to do NLP analysis. So let's go ahead and begin to loop through our document. It's okay for end in document. All right, so we want to do what? Okay, document.end. all right, this is for entity. All right, so you go ahead and say print end.text. we want to get a text, and also we want to get the end dot label. All right, we want to get a label, then you do underscore. This is just a rule, this is just a syntax for getting this. So if I go ahead and execute this, you now see that this is the entity we printed here. We say print entity. Now this entity, Apple is an organization, UK is a geopolitical entity, and 1 billion is money. So we want to do it to look a bit nicer. How do we do that? We go ahead and say okay, we do our comma. This is to give a space between these two. All right, we give a space, and as well we do this, and this is what we want to do, so that like a pointer to this, we go ahead and do comma. We are concatenating and we're giving a space between each of these. Let's go ahead and run it. All right, so this is what we're able to get. When you look at entity, Apple is an organization. Apple, because Apple is an organization. Now UK is a geopolitical entity, so it means it's a country. All right, now 1 billion is telling you that this is money. So this is how you can use SpaCy NLP to do what? To recognize entity in a document or in your text. So I hope you are finding value in this tutorial. Please do well to subscribe, like, and share this video. Please help me to keep doing more videos by liking, because if you like, YouTube will push it to as many persons just like you that need this skill. Also, when you subscribe, you'll be the first to know anytime I publish a new video. So just go ahead and subscribe, then you hit that bell notification so that anytime I drop new videos, you'll be the first to get to know and watch those videos. So thank you for watching. In our tutorial, we are going to do more of this kind of projects. Don't forget, I teach Python, data science, machine learning, and NLP in this channel. So thank you, and see you in our next tutorial. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you, and see you.